Brought to you by Penguin.
The Long War by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. Read by Michael Fenton Stevens. Chapter 1. On an alternate world, 2 million steps from Earth. The troll female was called Mary by her handlers, Monica Jansen read on the rolling caption on the video clip. No one knew what the troll called herself. Now 2 of those handlers, both men, one in a kind of spacesuit, faced Mary as she cowered in a corner of what looked like a high-tech laboratory, if a beast built like a brick wall covered in black fur could be said to cower at all, and she held her cub to her powerful chest. The cub, itself a slab of muscle, was similarly dressed up in its own silvery spacesuit, with wires dangling from sensors attached to its flat skull. "Give him back, Mary," one of the men could be heard to say. "Come on now. We've been planning this test for a long time. George here will haul him over into the gap in his spacesuit. He'll float around in vacuum for an hour or so, and then he'll be right back here, safe and sound. He'll even have fun." The other man stayed ominously silent. The first approached Mary, a step at a time. "No ice cream if you keep this up." Mary's big, very human hands made gestures, signs, a blur. Rapid, hard to follow, but decisive. As the incident had been replayed over and over, there had been a lot of online speculation about why Mary hadn't just stepped away at this point. Probably it was simply that she was being held underground. You couldn't step into or out of a cellar into the solid rock you'd find stepwise. Besides, Jansen, a retired lieutenant, formerly of Madison Police Department, knew there were plenty of ways to stop a troll stepping, if you could get your hands on the animal. The theory of what these men were trying to do was much discussed too. They were in a world next door to the gap, a step away from vacuum, from space, from a hole where an Earth ought to be. They were building a space program out there, and wanted to see if troll labour, highly useful across the long Earth, could be exploited in the gap. Not surprisingly, adult trolls were very reluctant to step over into that drifting emptiness, so the gap space researchers were trying to habituate the young, like this cub. "We haven't got time for this," said the second man. He produced a metal rod, a stunner. He walked forward, holding the rod out towards Mary's chest. "Time for Mummy to say goodnight for a while." The adult troll grabbed the rod, snapped it in 2, and jammed the sharp, broken end into the second man's right eye. Every time you saw it, it was shocking. The man fell back, screaming, blood spilling very bright red. The first guy pulled him back, out of shot. "Oh my God! Oh my God!" Mary, holding her cub, her fur splashed with human blood, repeated the gestures she had made over and over. Things happened quickly after that. These space cadets had tried to put down this troll, this mother, immediately. They even pulled a gun on her, but they'd been stopped by an older guy, more dignified, who looked to Jansen like a retired astronaut. And now retribution was on hold, because of the attention focused on the case. Since this lab recording had been leaked, it had become an outernet sensation in itself, and had led to a flood of similar reports. There was cruelty to beasts, and especially the trolls, it seemed, all over the long Earth. Internet and outernet were alight with flame wars between those who believed in mankind's right to do as it wished with the denizens of the long Earth, all the way to putting them down when it suited, some referring back to the biblical dominion given to humans over fish, fowl, cattle, and creeping things, and others who wished that mankind didn't have to take all its flaws out into the new worlds. This incident at the Gap, precisely because it had taken place at the heart of a nascent space program, an expression of mankind's highest aspirations, and, even though it betrayed a kind of insensitivity, Jansen thought, rather than downright cruelty.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?